Hello, I don't know who this message is for, but if it's reached you, I ask that you listen from a place of wholeness, of humility, and not from the spirit of rejection or ignorance, I want to say. And I don't mean that in a negative way. We can all be ignorant. Ignorant, it just means a lack of knowledge, right? We can be ignorant on something. And I just left church, singing in church, and I was receiving downloads from spirit, from source, like what I call source. And I was afraid to say it because I don't want to step on the toes of any religious folk, and I don't want those who know me to think that I disagree with their values or whoever they are as people. But I heard God tell me and quote the Bible and say, I did not give you the spirit of cowardice, of timidity, to be timid, fear, the spirit of fearfulness, but that of a sound mind, to make sound judgments. And so I think that in this day and age, people are misunderstanding what it means to use God's name in vain. God's name in vain is not just saying, oh my God, saying that term. God's name in vain is invoking the spirit of fear, which God didn't give us, onto the masses in justification that this is holy, that fear is holy, right? And I think it's very important. This is the message that Spirit gave me today as I was sitting in the pews. The Bible is like an instrument. It is an instrument to God. But so is the Quran, the Torah, the Sanskrit texts, etc., etc., etc. These are instruments to God. Do not be so consumed to listening only to one instrument. Now I'm shifting into music terminology. Say the Bible is like a clarinet. Do not limit your ears from hearing only the tune of the clarinet. Confirmation honk. Do not limit your ears from hearing the voice of God only through one tune. Be open to other genres of music. If you've only heard God through country music, who's to say R&B is not music, right? If you only like country music, who's to say R&B is not music, is what I meant to say. We are growing and changing consistently and constantly, and we have to take into account that most of these books are merely just opinions of people who we may view as preachers, pastors, imams, sheikhs, priests, monks, etc. These are reflections. These are personal reflections. So while we can use the personal reflections of those that have come on earth to speak to our hearts about God, about Source, this doesn't mean that there is no room for error. And there needs to be a halt to the weaponization of blind faith. Because God did not give you the spirit of fear, but of a sound mind. In some translations it says, to make sound judgments. And so I think that it's a time and place right now to be guided to stop using God's name in vain by using God's name to fuel hate and division amongst the masses. Wouldn't it be beautiful to have a band of humanity's chorus playing in harmony together to Source, with Source, rather than only focusing on the clarinet section or the flute section or the trombone section, or while only focusing on rock music, only focusing on R&B music and rap music. We can envision a song together. And I know I had wanted to be anonymous on this account, but here I am popping my face because God said that I need to be visible. Said that to me. Source said that to me. So again, let's stop using God's name in vain to reject one another, to hate one another. That's using God's name in vain. Justifying atrocity in God's name is using God's name in vain. Telling people that you speak on behalf of God is using God's name in vain. Right? I received this personal message from me, from Source, that I wanted to share. This was something that was given to me. But I'm not saying that there is no room for error, or that I could have interpreted it incorrectly and then learn more later. Like, what I'm saying is, it's important for us to always question ourselves and others, not from a place of fear or anxiety, but from a genuine place of knowing that clarity, that truth, love rejoices in the truth. And the truth is something that we need to center. Okay, be well.